Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Uh, our today's discussion is going to be about introduction to computers. So I would wish to share some notes with you. Let me first get my notes from my folder. As we discuss, we share. So you're going to start by defining what is a computer. A computer is an electronic device that accepts data input, processes it under specified instructions, and stores the results for future use. That's our clear definition for a computer. So now we are going to talk about the basic components of a computer, whereby we have input devices. These ones are used to enter data into the computer. For instance, the mouse, the keyboard, typewriter, among others. Meaning, if you want to enter data into the computer, you need these input devices with you for you to succeed in your work. Then we can also talk about the CPU, that is the central processing unit, which is always known as the brain of the computer. Meaning, for anything to perform its function very well. Take an example: if you are a human being, for your body to perform its functions very well, it must have the brain. Meaning, also the computer needs the brain for its proper function, and its main purpose is to process instructions, meaning having fed your instructions into the computer. It's the work of the CPU to process that work into the format required. We can also talk about the RAM chips, that is the random access memory. This is always for temporary storage of running program, meaning if you need something that is urgent, you can temporarily store it before being taken to the permanent storage. And some permanent storage devices will have the hard disk. This one also supports you to store information for future use or for even future references. So that is it. Maybe I can also talk about the types of computers as well, whereby we have the supercomputers. These are extremely powerful for complex tasks. For instance, for them they are used in weather forecasting, meaning their purpose is to perform those heavy and large tasks. That's why even they are extremely powerful. Then we can also talk about the mainframe computers. These ones are used by large organizations for bulk data processing. Take an example, MTN Uganda. It's a large organization, and mostly the data we use, it is being processed by that organization, meaning they use these mainframe computers for their work. Then, lastly but not least, I can talk about the personal computers. These ones are mostly used in homes, institutions, offices, and also by students, because these are the PCs most students use at campus. Elsewhere, maybe you're being given some coursework, you can easily get your PC and do the work. So, having completed that, I can talk about briefly the characteristics of these computers. I'll start with the accuracy. These computers have got a high degree of accuracy, but it also depends on the information being fed into the computer. In case you feed wrong information in the computer, the results produced will also be wrong. which leads to a common say which is always garbage for garbage output. Then we can also briefly talk about the speed. These computers have got a very high speed in that a large computation of work is accomplished within a few seconds. Then I can also talk about the diligence of these computers. Here, these computers have got ability to perform the same task over and over for a long period of time without getting tired or even without making errors. Then I can also talk about the versatility. For this case, these computers can perform more than one task at a given time. For instance, you can be playing music as you're doing your work. Lastly, but not least, we can talk about the storage. These computers have got ability to store huge amounts of information, and they have got a temporary storage and permanent storage, so you can use either of those. So I think our discussion comes to an end. So members, subscribe my video. You can also share with the friends. You also comment. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.